In the greater Indus Valley, you will find one of the world's most ancient civilizations. Now, it's about 8,000 years old, so just as old as ancient Egypt, which we just finished covering. And, well, we're gonna take a look at the different aspects of this fascinating culture and how it developed into, well, what we know today as India, Pakistan, in one way or another. We're going to take a look at some of the biggest ancient cities, which for the most part are still underground and haven't yet been uncovered.
Let's go to the area between Pakistan and India.
Side note, make sure that as you're watching the video, you look out for any important information and write it down in your worksheet as we watch the video.
Ancient river civilization serves as center of innovation, and the Indus Valley is no exception. Let's go to the area between modern-day Pakistan and India, where we will find the basin of the Indus River, home of the biggest river civilization. This was an incredible place since, well, there was a limited amount of resources. Okay, you're not impressed yet. Everything we know about the civilization comes from, well, archaeologists. That's because we have not found a way to decipher the written language. Evidence from artifacts have demonstrated that there was significant trade between the civilization of the Indus Valley and Mesopotamian civilizations, as demonstrated by various artifacts, including jewelry and crafts. Now, the major cities were Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. These would have been the biggest cities that we found so far. These cities were very similar to modern cities in the way that they had grid patterns, they were wide, they had straight streets, thick walls surrounded the cities, and, well, people lived in sturdy brick houses that had up to 3 floors and, well, were quite ventilated. Now, some houses had bathrooms and toilets that connected them to the world's first sewer system that worked with gravity, demonstrating their sophisticated engineering skills. Impressive indeed. However, what was also impressive were their temples and their architecture, and within them you would find public baths with heated water. They also had a caste system, which was like a social pyramid, just a bit different than other civilizations of the time. Yes, I know you're impressed. Let's take a look at some of the geographic characteristics of the Indus Valley. So it was located along the Indus River in present-day Pakistan. The Indian Ocean was south of it, and the Hindus Kush Mountains were to the north, the Himalayan Mountains to the northeast. You can see the Hindu Kush Mountains to the left and the Himalayan to the right. So the Khyber Pass was an area in the Hindu Kush Mountains that was easily traveled. The river valley in India was considered a subcontinent because it separated from Asia. The Indus River flooded unpredictably, which left silt and fertile soil, key for civilizations. Monsoon winds were seasonal winds, and dry winds blew out during the winter. Wet winds blew into India during the summer, and they created large climate changes.
So very similar to other civilizations such as Egypt and Mesopotamia, the Indus Valley relied upon all the fertilization from the river after the flooding. Now this was due to, yes, that's right, it was due to silt. The silt brought upon by the river yearly. And that's one key aspect to keep in mind as we think about some of the similarities, but also differences between these civilizations.